Who is Grills? Did I didn't misclick, did I? I don't even know who this is. Who is Grills? He's Tarocco's ranked friend. Ah. Okay. Alright, let's get into this. Best of 5 US East server for Canada versus America. But we do have the two, I believe that they're the two highest rated Canadian 2v2 players at the moment in ranked, in Corrupted G and Tarocco, who do play together quite a lot. Or at least that's what Corrupted G has told me. And also 2 RLCS USA players, AJ and Sathu. And Sathu's actually asked AJ specifically to play in this match with them, so I'm expecting them to have good synergy as well. Hey, no worries, mate. Go don't go. That is totally fine. Appreciate you checking out the content. Thanks for 8 months of subbing, regardless of whether or not you continue. Oh, Tarocco double touch will come off the crossbar. Almost a strong start for the only non-RLCS player in this lobby, but still a ranked warrior. Very capable 2's good player, but AJ is going to get a pretty easy goal to open the score in after a strong aerial 50-50 by Sathu. There was a little bit of interference as well with Tarocco's challenge as he was trying to come in. Sathu landed nearby. I'm not sure if that put him off in any way. But yeah, try and like ignore the goal that we just saw, because obviously that might influence your vote here. But can we get some ones in chat if you think Canada are gonna win this one? I can't even speak English. And some 2s if you think that the USA players have got this. USA are in front by 1 at the moment. Let's see. Oh, go, thanks for all the 1500 bits as well.
Brother, best of luck, much love.
Hey, thank you so much, dude. I'll see you on YouTube. Yeah, personally, I have to give Canada the edge, just because Corrupted G and Tarocco are, I think, the highest rated 2's players at the moment in the lobby. What a shot by Tarocco. He fairly smacked that one. But also, the fact that Corrupted G told me that they play quite a lot together in 2's, which I didn't know until we got this match arranged. That should give them a pretty big advantage as well. They'll be familiar with each other's play styles. But that being said, it should be a pretty close series. There's lots of combinations of 2's players. Oh, is that just going in? Somehow AJ's shots crept in here. This could be some shoddy defending by Canada on the goal line. No, it's actually just a cracking shot. Wow, look at that from AJ. I was wondering if Tarocco had a touch on that ball, but he actually just couldn't get near it. AJ with a boomer 2-touch stealing shot. And it's going to be USA back in front. You know, mechanically, I think USA might have the edge here. AJ is an absolute monster. Sathu is no slouch himself. Corrupted G would be the first to tell you that he's not like the player most known for his mechanics. He plays to his strengths. His strengths are positioning and strategy. Almost gets a goal here. It's actually saved though this time by AJ. Almost open net for Corrupted G. It will be open, in fact. Tarocco finds him in the middle. We're getting plenty goals here. Canada tied things up. 3:12 on the clock still. Phil Sky 8, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Also, did I say thank you to I Run from Knives for the 3-month Prime? I don't think I did. And also Zam for the tier 1. Sorry for not responding to those faster. I got distracted before this match started. Yeah, I do think that Canada should have the edge. You know, there's so many potential 2's teams for Canada and USA that I'd love to revisit this one with different combinations. Look at the passing plays from Tarocco and Corrupted G. Tarocco, I think, was initially known as being a 1's main. That's the first time that I really started to see his name pop up, and he still is a pretty beastly 1's player. Back pass is Sathu. AJ's there for it. But he's showing some pretty nice team plays to start things off. And another one from Canada to take the lead this time. Corrupted G facilitating Tarocco off the back wall. Sathu completely caught out of position here. He's maybe expecting Corrupted to shoot that one on target. It's actually a near post pass. Another chance for Canada. Corrupted G tries to play early. He managed to read AJ's early challenge there, so that's well played by Corrupted on the mind games. But he wasn't able to get the ball over the top of AJ's challenge, even though he did see it coming. I got you, bro. 77. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. Hope you're having a good night. Look at that shot by AJ. Wow. The shooting for AJ so far has been absolutely perfect. He drills it bottom corner. Taroko is almost there for it. And you know, if he had flipped a little bit further back, you never know. Maybe he could have squashed it into the post. AJ's going to move in for this against Taroko. It's going to fall to Sathu. Taroko's ball chasing though. Doesn't want to leave Corrupted G alone at the back. Flip reset attempt coming in for Taroko. He's got it underneath one. Look at that play by Taroko. Flip reset. Mind game. Half volley. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Waits for the bounce. Chips it over Sathu on the goal line. That's just astonishing mechanical ability combined with the awareness to pull off the mind game and the half volley. What a way to retake the lead. Taroko with a goal that's unlikely to be bested for the entire duration of this series. Somebody could one-up that. I will be incredibly impressed. Just honestly so happy these days that flip resets are becoming such a common thing. Everybody knows how to do them these days, but everybody's also pulling them off with a real amount of consistency as well. So impressive. Didn't take long for USA to tie things up, so that's AJ's 4th goal. He is just scoring every time he touches the ball in offense right now, so Canada have to stop him from shooting. He's on it again. Here comes AJ. Double touch. Taroko's going to get in the way of this one. He's lucky he did, because I think after briefly switching to AJ's camera there, it looked like AJ would have had that one in as well. 5 goals. Yeah, Taroko's pretty good mechanically himself. You know, I said AJ's a mechanical monster. Well, so is Taroko. Mostly in the ground plays aspect of the game. It's a chance for Corrupted G. He's put it wide. Looked like AJ was running low on boost. You know, AJ really did pop off at DreamHack Leipzig day 1. Him and his team, Rogue. That's of course with Kurinovi recently joining in with AJ and Wonder. AJ trying to read the down bounce here. Just couldn't get there in time. Don't forget that AJ, Kurinovi and Wonder did sweep Savage in day 1 of DreamHack Leipzig. Savage went on to go to game 7 overtime against Dignitas in the semi-final. It's an impressive day 1. It wasn't an impressive continuation, but look at this from AJ. He's just taking the lead with 9 seconds left with a wave dash recovery. Corrupted G was just completely unprepared for AJ to close the distance to the ball that quickly. USA take the lead in what has been a ridiculously aggressive game 1, full of goals. There might be one more. Taroko has the ball on the sidewall. Is he going to go for another flip reset? You bet he is, but this time he can't quite pull it off. Corrupted G didn't read it as well, and it looked like a real opportunity there for Canada, but as things stand, USA move into the lead in this best of 5. Really impressive stuff though. These 2v2s just keep delivering, and I swear there's been so many flip reset goals. It just boggles the mind. Taroko might have mind game Corrupted. You're not wrong there. I mean, Taroko is going for a flip reset, so Corrupted G is trying to read that, and it's pretty hard to read flip reset plays regardless of whether or not the player is in your team. And then after failing the flip reset play, Taroko might have just touched the ball ever so slightly and knocked it away from Corrupted G, who was in the vicinity. Sathu looking for a block on an aerial 50-50. He gets one. AJ, tight angle shot. He buries it. He's scoring every single touch. It's that 6th goal now for AJ. As USA look to extend their lead by another game. Didn't take long to get in front of this one. AJ again. He's decided to spin into this ceiling shot. Doesn't make contact with the ball. Taroko gets it past Sathu. Open net for him, and he's going to tie things up. That's a really nice transition by Taroko. He's using the ceiling to pass it to himself. He didn't waste any time with his second touch as well. Are they in comms? They might be. I'm not actually sure if they're in comms. I mean, looking at the team plays, you would think so, but you can never be sure. And in these pro games, sometimes you'll watch, you know, pre-made teams in ranked for pro streams, and they're not using comms just because they want to relax a little bit more, take it easy. This might be one of those games. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if they really want to win this one with the national pride on the line. Canada, of course, will really want to win this, being the higher rated of the two teams, having that synergy going into the match. Turoko saving his boost here, I like that. Corrupted also. He's taking his time with this one. Double touch attempt off the sidewall. Corrupted almost gets it. What a touch that would have been. Corrupted had nailed a doubler off the corner wall. Sathu no boost, trying to set up AJ, who's going to leave this one be, just letting Turoko take control for the time being. Nobody really wanting to overcommit on center balls right now. Double touch attempt by Turoko. It's been just cleared, but barely, and Turoko's going to be on the goal line to put it in. So it was AJ running interference here, but the touch that he was able to come up with was not in the right direction, and it's going to go safe into the net for Turoko. It's good stuff from Canada though. Turoko in particular making some powerful clears, catching Sathu and AJ off their lines quite a lot. Almost a pre-jump over the ball there by Turoko. He does stay just low enough. Corrupted would have loved to catch up with this. Look at this bump off the wall though. Corrupted takes out AJ, but Sathu takes out Turoko. There is no one there for the center ball except a puff of smoke. Turoko continues his trail of destruction. 10 boosts in the dream. Infield to Corrupted but AJ's read it well, or Sathu rather. I tell you, these names are just too similar in length. Look at that shot by Sathu. He finally gets in the score sheet himself. And how on earth did he get this much power with the back end of the card? That is very, very impressive. I don't think Turoko is catching up with it, even if he didn't backflip by accident. Really solid shot there by Sathu, who's not been on the score sheet until then. It's been all AJ for the USA. Sathu making some key bumps off the ball. He demoed Turoko to keep the goal lead just at 1 for Canada before scoring to tie things up, and now he's bumped Corrupted on another recovery. Corrupted double attempt. He's running out of boost though. It would have been, I think, a pretty easy one for a player of his caliber, but he couldn't get high enough. Should have picked better Canadians. These are the two highest rated Canadians in the world at the moment, so you can't get much better than that. Very solid twos players. You know, twos is completely different than from threes. You'll get mechanical gods in threes that don't always work out too well together when you mesh them in a 2v2 environment. I think the best example of that was probably Garrett G and JKnaps in Universal Open. They were carried by their mechanics only so far, and then the lack of, you know, 2v2 speciality and team play really hindered them as they tried to progress further into the competition. I mean, that's an NA dream team right there. Garrett G, JKnaps, you don't get much better than that for ability at the 3v3 arena. It's AJ getting bumped now. Turoko, long shot. Top corner was his target. AJ got a piece of it. I think the post got the rest. All tied up. It's a lower scoring game than the first one. Sathu gonna let this one go. Turoko. Redirect. Behind the ball to Corrupted. Canada take the lead with 39 seconds left. Look at that pass by Corrupted to Turoko, and Turoko's wrong-footed Sathu on the goal line. He managed to get it in a direction that Sathu was not expecting. He maybe saw that Turoko was in that position, but he definitely didn't see the pass going back off the crossbar behind his head.
Go Canada.
Jarian 2, you'll be happy about the result of game 2 so far. Cheers for 7 months. in a row, a 9-month total. Appreciate you, man. It's 1 goal in it. USA still on the hunt for the equalizer. It might be the best chance that they're going to get right now. AJ gets it past 1, but it's Taroko at the back with the block. 8 seconds in it. Solid defense from Taroko is making this very difficult for the USA. Corrupted G just needs to get the ball into the ground, and that he will, to equalize in the series. It's best of 5, by the way, for anybody who's just tuning in, but now with the score being tied at 1 each, it may as well be a best of 3 from here. Canada better not lose this last second. Well, they didn't, so you'll be happy about that. Well, let's see if they can keep up their current run of form. I think that USA have overall had the better mechanical plays, which was, I think, expected. But Taroko in particular, he's had some highlights. Corrupted G's just been trying to stay as solid as possible, as he does like to do. I think Corrupted might be, is he the highest rated NA player in 2v2 at the moment? It's a pretty dominated ranked table by, well, mostly French players, but also a couple of other Europeans as well. I think Corrupted might be the highest rated 2v2 player in North America. Shot off the wall by USA, goes wide. Taroko looking for Corrupted with a pinch. It looks like a little bit of miscommunication though by the Canadians. To G. He's gonna have to sit back and wait and see how this one develops. No, he's actually moved in, actually. I don't think we have enough actuallys in this sentence. Surprised to see Corrupted G move in for that though. He's not the player that usually will go in for risky center balls. Prefers to try and read the clear ball instead, if it's likely to occur. This is a perfectly okay position for Canada. I mean, it looks precarious, but as long as they can move the ball out of the danger zone before USA get there, there's nothing wrong with it being in this part of the field. They've got a decent amount of boost on both players, despite the fact that the ball was in a super dangerous area for an extended period of time. There was no real threatening opportunity for USA. Nothing that they wouldn't have had to overcommit to take. Aerial shot by Corrupted on target. AJ was in the way. It's not the best touch by Taroko. He's going to give away the possession pretty easily to Sathiu, and that's a spot you don't want to be giving the possession away in. It's a difficult one to defend against players who are comfortable off the wall like Sathiu is. AJ was looking for a dish off his own backboard pass. Gets a demo on Corrupted G as he rotates out. More pressure for the USA. AJ, recipient of the infield pass, but he can't get it past the defenders. Almost half-time. It's been going lower and lower scoring the further into this series we go. Last game having 5 goals, the one before it having 9 total. Good save by Taroko. Sathiu really's got to place that shot better though. AJ stealing the boost from the Canadian corner. Gonna hinder Taroko and Corrupted G just a little bit. It's a good dodge on the demo by Sathiu. Look out for the flicks. He's pretty famous for his flicks back in the day. That was a powerful one, but AJ's redirected it off target. Still, more pressure for the US. They refuse to back up. And, you know, to be honest, I would love to see a low 50-50 there from AJ. There have been quite a lot of pre-jumps from both teams, in fact. Low 50-50s are pretty good against early blocking style challenges. Miscommunication from Sathiu and AJ now. Looks like AJ was ready to go up for this one, but Sathiu's taking him out of the game. Corrupted G and Taroko with a chance. Not enough boost for Taroko to stick around. Now look out for Sathiu running onto Taroko. Corrupted G to the rescue. Believe that Taroko managed to stay safe in the meantime, and that shot's on target. AJ with a stop. Fail wave dash for Corrupted G. It's tense in game 3. This could be the most important game of the series. Corrupted G freestyling in a position, leaves it open for Taroko. And Canada are in front. Corrupted G steps up, makes the best play that he's had all game, all series even. It didn't have to be a rebound on target. Just simply hitting the backboard there is just as good. He leaves the net wide open for Taroko. Barely made contact here, but it's worked in their favor. Sathiu's off his goal line. He can't keep out Corrupted's shot. And Canada are up by 2 now. That was a bit of an awkward touch there by Taroko, but it turned into a beautiful pass. I don't think he intended it, but it worked out wonderfully. 2 goals to the good now. Canada were the ones who won the last game, so they're looking very good right now. AJ's not finding the back of the net with anywhere near as much consistency as he was earlier on. Still though, plenty time for USA to spark a comeback. It's good work by AJ. He's got it past both players. It's wide open. I don't know if he can catch up to it though. Taroko's going to get there before him. It's a shame for AJ that Sathu as well couldn't get to that one in time, because the setup was exactly what they've been lacking. Getting the ball past both Canadian players has been a struggle for USA so far this game. 25 seconds. Corrupted G, ceiling shot on target. Corrupted G has just run away with this one himself. Solid setup for the first goal, and then taking 2 shots from distance to make it 3-0. 23 seconds left. I just don't see it happening now for the US. They're going to have to win 2 games in a row if they want to take this one. Hey, what up, Zach? How you doing, mate? Has to be a goal now for Sathu, and it will be. There's that flick that he's famous for. But is it too little too late? They did make good on the 1v1 here. Sathu and AJ, I would say, more combined 1v1 skill than Taroko and Corrupted G. Taroko's like I said earlier, a very solid ones player himself. You know, it's still a chance for USA. If that had been a flick on target for AJ, then they would have had just the smallest chance in the world to take this game. AJ hit it way too hard. 2 players who are really famous for their flicks in the past as well, aren't it? AJ and Sathu. Corrupted G gets a hat trick just to add the exclamation mark to this game. He really did have an outstanding game 3 here, Corrupted G. And although it didn't start off too flashy for him in this series, it did finish off pretty flashy here with a ceiling shot for him. Just 1 more game needed for Canada now. High level RLRS 2v2. Well, AJ and Sathu are both RLCS players. Corrupted G's an RLCS player. And with Corrupted G and Taroko being in the lead right now, you can definitely say that Taroko's ready to play in the lobby at this level. I mean, it's pretty obvious for anybody who follows the 2v2 scene in North America these days that Taroko can easily hang with RLCS level players in 2s and 1s. What is this glass? It's just a huge big tankard of water. I wanted a big glass. I found this one. Taroko takes the first goal here, and it's Canada still looking set for the win. Look at that by Corrupted G off the ball. He's just chased AJ into the corner and taken him out of the game. 1-0 to the Canadians. Mexico versus the winner. I don't know if I know 2 Mexican players. Do you guys know 2 Mexican players? Great power by Corrupted G. Not much boost, but Sathu's going to make him regret that. AJ with an open net, and he's going to bury it away from the goal he recovered in. That's careless by Taroko. He shouldn't really be up in the air for this ball, even Corrupted all alone at the back. Splice, thanks to the 6-month tier 1. Welcome back. Yeah, do you guys? I don't know of any Mexican players. Well, welcome to the stream, dude. Glad you can catch me live, as Brian says, or live. Appreciate you tuning in today. Late night stream for me. I suppose it's late night for everybody except my West Coast USA and maybe Australian viewers who are tuning in really early for them. It's best of 5 here, so USA need 2 in a row. Corrupted G smartly turns away from Sathu's potential flick. Now Taroko has to accelerate here. He can't solo play the dribble or else he's going to get demoed from behind by Sathu. That's why he's going quickly now. Could not keep control. End-to-end stuff here. I honestly liked what Canada did in the last game when they decided to slow down the pace a little bit. They realized that USA were going to be winning the races to the ball most of the time, so they just slowed it down a little bit in their own half, accepted the challenges that were coming their way. Worked out pretty well. That's a whiff from Corrupted G though. Taroko has to come in and save him, which he will. Wee Black Fruit, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Wee Black Fruit, that's gotta be a blackberry from Scotland, yeah? Appreciate you, mate. Double touch attempt from Sathu. He's just barely hit the crossbar. So is AJ. Tantalizingly close for the US, but crossbar to the rescue 2 times in a row for Canada. Still more pressure for USA. They have had the better territory in this series. Even the last game which they lost, they were attacking for the majority of it. Lots of boost steals, lots of high shots, wasting the boost off the Canadians, preventing them from getting quality clear balls. But it's risky for USA at the same time. They need to be so careful doing this style, because if you move up with both your players and get caught out of position by a hard clear, that could be a goal for Canada at this point. You really can't be conceding to the Canadians. Dribbling chance for Taroko. He's got Sathu backed up, but Sathu's read him well. Got the ball as far away as Corrupted G. Double save by Sathu, and he's actually hit a shot on target with the same touch. Ridiculous save there by the player from Bread. They're still called Bread, right? The team. They didn't get an org yet, if I'm not mistaken. So on point with his defensive awareness in a really difficult position to play correctly. AJ wanted a ceiling touch, but couldn't get it high enough. Decides to play it off the wall anyway. Minute and 27 seconds left. These games have all been within 1 goal, all the way down to the wire. AJ throws his car into position without boost. Sathu finds the crossbar again, and it's actually Corrupted G now with the ball, but Sathu, faster recover, takes him out of the play. Sathu's really got to hit the target with these shots. He's got to test the goalkeeping of the Canadians. At least give themselves a chance of getting in the lead here. So many shots going into the bar this game for USA. One straight into AJ now for the Canadians, but it's going to be a goal surely now for Sathu. And it will be led in by one of his flicks. Ground plays continue to be successful for USA. He just barely gets over the top of Corrupted G that time. They can hang on here. We'll be going to the ace match, game 5. 45 seconds left. Taroko in a decent spot. He had Corrupted G to his left. Decided to go it alone. Corrupted G's playing this one pretty smartly, but he can't get it by Sathu, who's patiently waiting to see what's going to happen before making his move. 26 seconds now. Taroko this time does look for Corrupted G to his left. Corrupted G wanted a touch more to the center. He didn't get the one he's looking for, but he still gets it into a dangerous spot with an awkward clear himself. AJ though could make it 2 goals, and will on the counter. Corrupted G kind of had to dive in here. I mean, he's not winning the race to this ball the majority of the time, so he had to go for the block with only 10 seconds left. The USA are going to take this to game 5, and despite their losing battle that they had, well, I mean, they're not taking it to game 5 yet. This is actually a chance for Canada here. I was going to say though, if USA do take us to game 5, it will be no thanks to the Canadian crossbar. 3 seconds in it. Can Canada get the ball up? Yes, they will actually, and Taroko's got a chance here. AJ gets in the way of it, and the ball does go into the ground. That was looking a little bit dodgy for the last few seconds there for USA, but they do hang on, and so far every single game this series has gone to game 5, or to 1 goal game rather. Of course it did go to game 5. I mean, every game has gone to 1 goal differential. Really hard to pick a winner in this one. I think if I have to, you know, bet on this, I would go with USA, because they've had more realistic chances in the past. Even in the past 2 games, I would say they had a lot of good chances if they could just play a bit more solidly. Oh my days, what on earth? 20 sub-gifts, what? Anon sub-gifts? I'm gonna mute that sub-alert noise, because it's gonna pop off for ages. Well, whoever you are, thanks for the 20 anonymous sub-gifts. I have no idea who that was, but that's crazy. Cheers for that. Couple of resubs in there actually for Rumov Zamonia, Literal RL, and Kaon, all getting, and also JTrain 425, all getting randomly gifted their second month in a row. And we've got a random 3-month resub gift for Muffin Guy. So all you guys, welcome back. Everybody else, welcome. Be sure to thank our anonymous gifter. 2-0 Canada. You know, I maybe just jinxed the USA. I said that I fancied their chances to win this one, but Canada punishing USA for a double commit in defense. AJ really should be trusting Sathya with that save. And AJ's just fallen so far. The first game this series, he was popping off. He was scoring every touch. He was outspeeding rather, everybody to the ball. Now maybe he's just trying a little bit too much and needs to slow down a little bit. Taroko misses his own play on the ball, but AJ wasn't ready for the miss. Kind of lets that one go by him. Corrupted G ball chase, but in a good position to do one. Chip shot by AJ. Sathya wasn't ready to move in. A Stony 5, thanks for the 5-month Twitch Prime. Welcome back, dude. That's all these subs notifications are muted right now because we've got so many, it's just going to pop off over and over again. USA have just got to calm down. They're really driving into each other an awful lot right now. AJ, double touch attempt. He's trying to use the underside of the car to slow it down. So had a lot of pace on it. If AJ and Sathya can just give each other a little bit more space on the ball, they'll find more chances to squash the Canadians into their half like they were getting in the last 2 games. You know, all these double commits are happening because they're choosing to drive into similar locations. Taroko with a bump attempt to the back wall. Sathya spied it. Really well done by him. Still plenty time for USA to come back in this one, but they have to calm down and they have to stop double committing. You know for a fact Taroko and Corrupted G are not going to make this easy. They've shown a willingness and a capability to defend against significant portions of US play, and Taroko has actually just dunked a 3rd goal in. This was careless by Sathya, but really nice angle in the challenge by Taroko. He's playing that goal side, safe as you like. 3-0 Canada. 2 of the highest rated players in North America in 2v2 at the moment are making this game 5 look easy. And you really can't fancy USA's chances now with how comfortable Canada have been defending against them for extended periods of time in the last 2 games. We've got 2 minutes to hang on, and a 4th goal for Taroko is just going to make it even easier. It's just all working out well now for Canada. I'm going to keep calling them that, even though I said it once by accident. 2 minutes and 5 seconds of the clock. Can USA make the miracle happen? Team with 2 RLCS players against a team with 1. Not working out in game 5 here. You know, 2v2 is a different beast. That's a chance for Sathya, but Taroko's making it so hard for them to find an opening. He's taking both players out of the game here. Sathya, backflip flip attempt, doesn't work out. AJ Hockey, thanks for 12 months. Welcome back for the year of subbing, by the way. Never imagined you stay sub for a year. Well, thanks for doing just that, mate. I appreciate that a lot. Nice early play by Sathya. He had to go quick off the ceiling because Taroko was there. AJ's got it back to him. The shot by Sathya is just not quick enough. Taroko continues to clear absolutely everything, and Corrupted G's cleared Sathya out the field. Just to add insult to injury, Taroko makes it 5-0. The setup here by Corrupted G is exactly what you want from your 2's teammate. How about that for placement? Canada looking so good in game 5. Every other game this series only had 1 goal to separate the 2 teams. This one has had enough goals to separate 2 teams 5 times. A minute left on the clock. Taroko decided not to take off for an aerial with a double jump here. I thought he might. No doubt they're going to try and hold this clean sheet just to make the statement against their rivals. Sathya, double touch attempt. But AJ is going to interfere with it. He knew that Taroko would do likewise. Didn't want to leave it up to chance. With only 39 seconds left, it's desperate for USA. Sathiu with a very nice flick. He's going to rebound it in if he wants a goal, and AJ is also up for it. No goal yet for USA. They just want consolation at this point. They just want something to write home about. Unfortunately, Canada have looked better in defense throughout the series. It's going to be 6-0. Corrupted G dunks it in. And this is just brutal for Sathiu and for the USA. Great hitbox manipulation by Corrupted G though. Upper Deckers, thanks to the 14-month Twitch Prime. Welcome back, dude. I am doing well. Hopefully you're doing well also. Right, a final chance for AJ and the USA, but it's just not going to work out. Now Sathiu's turn. He's looking for a way through. Not much boost on Sathiu. And he hasn't caught the right end of the ball either. And that's going to just be a grounded shot by Corrupted. 3-2 win for Canada in a very close matchup. The last game here doesn't do the series justice, but it did just run away from the USA a little bit. And AJ wasn't able to score 5 goals this game to keep it close. But yeah, like I said at the start of this one, or I said at some point during this match, that I do want to see more USA versus Canada, just because there's such a depth of talent from both countries. So I'd love to see different matchups with, 4 completely different players. Or the alternative is that Canada can, the winning team can come back. I don't know if Corrupted G and Sirocco want to defend their country's honor against more American players, but if they do, I'd be willing to do that also. Yeah, with Europe, there's so many different countries with good 2v2 teams. There's Corrupted G. How you doing, mate? GG's, well played. Yeah, with Europe having so many like 2v2 countries, you don't really have to repeat matchups for that. But in America, obviously, North America, there's only the 2 countries who are really at the highest level, able to compete. So let's see here. We've got France, Morocco, France, Austria, France, Canada, France, England, Canada, Germany. Is Mio Mexican? I'm not sure. Spain. I think Sipical's USA. Roldiz, I think he's USA as well. So if you're going to go for the 2 highest rated USA players, it would actually be Sipical and Roldiz right now. Corrupted G and Sirocco were the 2 highest rated Canadian players.